Yeah.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Good,
Oh!
good afternoon.
Kumusta? Kumusta everybody?
Uh, okay, Samir, is that suit better?
Okay, once again, for anyone that has just joined,
Samir, can you please give me some statements on how you felt? Some, true
Uh, Firmino, whenever you're ready, you can start.
And everyone rise for Judge Meyer.
You may take a seat. Hello, and welcome to today's case. Please note that throughout this case today, the plaintiff will be joined by their lawyer, Ida. The defendant will be joined by their lawyer, Al. The plaintiffs have brought this lawsuit forth seeking to right a wrong and holding the defendant accountable for their actions. We will present evidence and facts that will show beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant is liable for the damages that the plaintiff has endured. The case lies in the events that unfolded on the day of the incident. On this day, the plaintiff found themselves in a situation where they were doing a wrong thing. It will demonstrate that the defendant was careless in their actions, which led to the suffering and the losses experienced by the plaintiff. During the trial, you will hear testimonies from various witnesses who were present during the incident or who have a statement to say about the information relevant to the case. These witnesses will shed light on the events and provide clarity regarding the responsibility and the accountability of the defendant. Additionally, we will present physical evidence and documents that support the plaintiff's claims. These show that we will be demonstrating the extent of the damages suffered by the plaintiffs, establish the connection to the defendant's actions. The defense may attempt to present a different perspective on the matter. We understand that it is their right to do so. However, we are confident that the evidence we provide will outweigh any attempts to refute truth. I would now like to invite the defendants or the defendants itself to stand to share their part of this case / their statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good evening, or good morning, or good evening, everybody. Today I'll be representing Festive as my client, and he is being sued by Mr. Samir for. Sorry, just give me a sec. For suing Mr. Festive for inappropriate withdrawal of a weapon. I would like to say this is not the case of this. If you look through the evidence of the medal and the video, Mr. Festive was on safety variant 1. Safety variant 1 is a ready up, or is also called a port arms. We entrust Mr. Festive, since he has a rifle certification in AFP, to respectively apply his level of forces on suspects like Samir. But during that time, Samir was on cuffs. That's when Mr. Festive has dropped his weapon on safety variant 1. I will also prove this by the universal weapon safety rule. Is number 1, treat every weapon as if it was loaded. As you can see in the video, Mr. Festive immediately dropped his weapon, knowing that the suspect, or Mr. Samir, was already been cuffed by the other officer. Another point is never point a weapon or anything that you don't intend to shoot. Is also another example in the video. Mr. Festive went to safety variant 1, or port arms, during the arrest. Keep your finger straight among the receiver and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. As another example, Mr. Festive has never pulled out his weapon straight at Mr. Samir. And number 4, keep your weapon on safety until you're intended to fire, which is in case of Mr. Festive going to safety variant 1. We entrust our AVP officers with rifle certifications to always respect this universal rule. We have special interest training and really specialists in their field. We have a lot of trust in Mr. Festive to always protect and serve Queensland and to never abuse his power with his rifle. That will be all, Your Honor.
If I may come to the stand.
Thank you very much. Before we begin with the plaintiff's statement, does Mr. Festive have anything to say regarding what Sal just said?
Read again.
Before we begin with plaintiff's statement, would Mr. Festive like to come up for their own statement?
Oh. The video showed, before the incident occurred, he locked himself inside of a room. It is my responsibility to make sure
Objection,
that
Your Honor,
myself.
he was in cuffs.
I will go grab the video of him being in said room, locked in a room.
He also claims he was fainted at the time. Your Honor,
What was that?
if he is in cuffs and he is fainted at the time, how is he meant to lock himself in the room?
How am I supposed to get him out if I cannot use force?
There is no video
locked.
evidence providing that the door was locked. There was only evidence that he was outside of the door.
Let me go check if I did not delete the video. Knowing me, I deleted the video. Yeah, I deleted it. That's all. Oh, yeah, that's all. It was also my responsibility to make sure that my guns are not kept at the said scene. I had to take my gun and put it in the back of my car or inside of my car. Otherwise, I'll
Your
be
gun-
leaving.
Objection, Your Honor, his gun was touching my client. It was that close that it was pretty much touching him.
You have proof of it touching him or harming him in any way.
Check the video. When he was being taken away, he was faced with the gun, Your Honor. That is not safe at all.
I was simply holstering my gun. AK pressing F. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Okay, well now because that's all the defendant's statements, thank you very much, defendant. I would like to invite the plaintiff, lawyer, or himself right after to share their part of this case. May I begin?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone that is in this courtroom tonight. I'd like to start off with my client is Samir, and he is suing Festive _Angus 2 for the unrightful purpose of withdrawal of a weapon. This should not be happening, as Samir felt unsafe, and he was actually fainted at the time. He was in cuffs, and he was not a threat. Apparently, if you are a threat, you should be having a gun out, right? He did not have a gun out at all, nor was he a threat at all. Therefore, he was in
Objection, Your
cuffs.
Honor. Where is your proof of him not being a threat or a possible threat?
Where is your proof?
My video, my body cam was white. so I'm not able to give you said proof.
You should have been using a taser, not a full force gun.
As my lawyer said, it was on safety mode.
That still does not matter. You should not be having a gun. He was searched and he was unarmed. He felt unsafe. He was not feeling the best, and he was unwell. So how is that a threat?
And why did he even escape in the first place? How did he escape in the first place?
Your Honor, if I may quickly make a small statement.
Your Honor, I'd like to make another statement. How was Samir meant to know that was on safety log? If he felt unsafe, then how was he meant to know that was on safety log? He wasn't aware at the time, and he felt endangered, and he did not feel well. It seems to me that Festive Angus was the major threat in the room, as the other officers were using a taser.
Your Honor, how did he even escape in the first place? He would have had to have done something to escape, such as hitting the officer or tripping said officer, leading him to be a threat.
My client claims that the holding cell was not locked.
Is there proof of it not being locked or unlocked?
There is no proof of this. But if he was able to get out, then it basically provides the evidence that it was unlocked.
And what is the possibility of it being him hitting the officer or tripping the officer, leading to his escape?
Objection irrelevant. The officer wasn't injured at the time, so objection irrelevant, Your Honor.
Right, you just objected.
Festive, please stay on topic, as well as your rider. Is that all you have?
Thank you, Your Honor. As I said, my client felt threatened. There was no proof of it being on safety lock, and how was Samir meant to know? It was not required to have a gun out, as the other officers had a taser, and it should not be allowed that this person gets away with holding a full force gun to my client. He was in cuffs, and he was not safe at the time. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can I quickly make a statement?
May.
I have also noticed recently that Festive Angus does tend to pull out his weapon, his gun, for unlawful reasons.
I would also like to make another statement, Your Honor. I have a photo of Festive Angus pulling out a gun in this courtroom tonight.
Can you please send that to...
Objection, Your Honor. That was for evidence purposes, not whatever he's trying to say it is.
That was not evidence.
Yes, it was evidence.
He was pointing it at a person's head and telling them to scram. That is not safe in a courtroom where there's tons of people in here.
Sorry, but I would just like to say one thing. Lucky, can you please send me either a photo, video of him doing that multiple times?
One last thing,
Apologies,
if I
Your
may
Honor, I
come
don't
up.
approve.
If I may come up, Your Honor,
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a few statements to say.
Hey,
Repeat again.
May.
Alright. So, how am I supposed to go on? How am I supposed to know that there was not a weapon inside of the room that Mr. Samir was locked
Objection, Your
inside
Honor.
of?
He was in cuffs.
There's still a possibility of someone being able to grab a gun inside of cuffs. Realistic purposes.
Objection, Your Honor. Samir was unarmed.
I prove I'm
Objection,
killing
Your Honor.
you.
How are we supposed to know that he is unarmed? It's highly suggested that one person is always armed with a non-lethal, which was the other officer, and one was armed, which was the other officer, which was Festive. Where's the proof of that? Objection. Where's the proof of that? You being searched. The only evidence you showed was you being cuffed. You
And
weren't searched.
And where's the evidence of the gun? There was no weapons in the room.
Excuse me.
Otherwise, he
excuse
could
me.
have grabbed
No,
it at the time.
The gun was with. I meant like the other one. Okay. So may I repeat this? It is highly recommended as law enforcement officers as one with one non-lethal, which was already given by another officer. It's also highly recommended one with armed, just in case if anything happens. As you have said, you've been searched, but there's no evidence showing that the other officer searched you. You've only been shown evidence of you being cuffed. Where's your evidence?
Your Honor, may I send you a few pictures?
Objection, Your Honor. There was no weapons in the room. The room was
Your Honor,
searched
may I
after.
send you a few pictures?
Yes, I do have a photo of you holding a gun.
I have another picture to show you.
Yes, you may send it to me.
This picture shows that Mr. Samir has a history of weapons and
Objection, Your Honor.
shooting
You could say the same
vehicles
thing about
for-
Festive.
Repeat again.
Objection, Your Honor. You could say the same thing about Festive. Festive is not the most
Well,
kind and friendly man.
analog exists. You know, analog does exist, and technically different up top. Why is Samir calling someone a scum? The client just called me a scum.
Festive, can you please take a
Festive,
seat?
Festive, stop overreacting, please.
Please take a seat, Festive. Okay, before this was happening, when Festive was talking, there was something that Samir was trying to say as he got interrupted. Samir, I overheard you saying that you had a witness. Is this witness in the court right now?
Your Honor, I have a photo providing Festive _ Angus 2 with previous warrants, and him claiming y'all don't know about 400 other charges.
Objection, Your Honor. New life rule exists for this reason.
I mean, we could say that about everyone in here, couldn't we? Therefore, why are you bringing up Samir's new life rules as well?
That was
If
his.
you're claiming,
That was
if
his.
you're claiming his previous moderations, then why shouldn't we mention yours?
Not moderation. They are arrests.
Ah, same thing.
No. Different thing. Moderation is staff. Arrest is AFP and QPS.
Silence, Festive. I was trying to say something as Samir has got a witness. Samir, is your witness in this courtroom right now? Do you have a document that he has emailed you? If so, could you email it to me? Emailing means DMs, by the way.
Your Honor, can I also come up to the stand for a statement?
May.
Can I bring Festive to the stand, please?
May.
Mitt, can you make a little gate, a bloody box, like 3 things in the corner, right there.
Festive, come here. Come here.
I'm trying to get them to make it.
Can you please? And I will alert the courtroom that this is a evidence. The gun is unloaded. There is no bullet in the chamber, and if he points at anyone,
Your Honor,
That is just mechanics.
objection, Your Honor. If I may, then why was he pulling out the gun? He was still threatening my client here. Even if there is a bullet or not, it is unsafe.
Samir, please send that to my DMs.
He threatened it with his life.
Do you have any proof of this?
Proof of what, Your Honor?
Threatening? Do you say?
The gun was like basically on him. How is that not threatening? He could have pulled the gun up closer to his head and shot him. Your Honor, how is that safe?
I understand.
Lastly, Your Honor, the gun
Where's
was
your
actually
evidence?
unloaded, as I had forgot to put a new magazine inside of the said clip.
Your Honor, why did he pull the gun out then?
Isn't it also a game? Isn't it always game mechanics that the gun will always go straight when you pull it out, and you have to press F to port it? Isn't that just natural mechanics? Or is that like automatically you're supposed to go port arms?
Festive, please put
angle.
your gun down. If you put your gun down one more time, stop.
Your Honor, if I may, I would like to come to the stand and invite Festive to the stand.
I have not done with my statement yet, so why are you coming
Give me
to?
1 moment. Festive,
Your Honor, the gun is actually angled, if you can see here. It's actually on a
as you can
5
see,
to 10
Festive,
degree angle.
put the gun down. You're in court.
I'm showing you.
Best
It's on an
of
Your
angle.
Honor, if I may, this is a very unsafe situation, as this is a heavy firearm in the building.
Festive,
I should.
I'm
stop.
people.
But
I'm
go-
What
showing
classifies it as a?
you actually
What
fucking
classifies it as a
listen, you
heavy
actually
firearm, bro?
fucking hear. Rather than interrupting me every
You're-
2 fucking seconds,
You can
listen.
say it, not prove it.
You can literally see
Put-
it's on a fucking angle.
Put the gun down.
If you were to actually see, you would see it's on an angle.
Your Honor, it's pointing at J-Dog's feet.
Can you please put the gun down, Festival? I will literally say that you're guilty right now.
That's it. Just drop the gun already. Drop it. Just drop it. Okay, everyone, back up from my
Do
client.
that gun again, I'm saying guilty, and I don't care.
Back up.
That is
Okay.
actually abuse of power.
That's it. Just give me the gun. I would just
Abuse of
show it.
power. It's called stopping you from doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
And he took.
Your Honor, I feel very threatened right now myself. I think we could all agree that this man having a gun in this courtroom is very unsafe.
Okay, buddy.
If you
So can I now present my freaking statement now?
Yes, you may. Sorry about that.
If you
Okay,
actually
thank you
listen-
very much, Your Honor, and I respectively want to say sorry about what my client have done for right now.
It's okay. But the next
Yeah,
time he does it,
he can be attainable, like kind of special,
We fucking special.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Press it, shush. Press it, shush. Okay.
I would like to say one thing. If he does it again, I'm gonna get the officers to put him in handcuffs.
Oh, don't worry. Your Honor.
If you were to actually listen. the gun is
If he
actually-
doesn't listen again, aka the commissioner of AFP will make him do a mandatory driving course. Yeah. So yeah, you just like, hey, then behave. Then behave.
Please do that.
So after your statement, I would like everyone to have like a 2-minute silent break, as I need to review some hardcore evidence.
Of course. So everyone in the court, I would like to address that again. This gun is unloaded. I will not face it to anyone, and in game mechanics, it will automatically go straight. So don't worry. I'll bring out the gun now.
Please back up.
Your Honor, he's pointing a gun at my
No,
client.
stop. Firm.
Oh,
Gun down. He's trying to prove a point.
Like I said earlier, and as a disclaimer, Festive, you son of a gun! Put the fucking straight down!
If I would say that you're guilty right now, and I'll put a
Then
bigger
there's actually
fucking money on
increase
your
in
head.
power, so you cannot.
Like I said in disclaimer, the gun will automatically point because due to game mechanics. Festive, I swear to God. As you can see, this is safety variant 1. If you look through the evidence and the video, Mr. Festive was on this port arms or this position. This means that the gun is on safety unless if you probably point the gun at somebody and click the trigger. Oh no!
Your Honor, he's making jokes with a gun in his hand.
But I sent you another
Oh, you know
picture.
that's a joke.
Yeah.
Describe a joke. Injection, Your Honor.
Not
Describe a
actually
joke.
Okay, everyone, I'd like to say something. As Sal is doing here, he is showing me the different game mechanics.
Mm.
Don't please get that guy out of the court, please.
Oh
But I also
my
say
God.
that isn't the client over exaggerating things a bit? Because I already put several disclaimer out there, and he still sounds like he's whipping his pants and peeing his pants.
Everyone, please sit down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Having a
whoa, whoa,
2-minute
whoa.
break.
Your Honor, did you see that? He's
Yeah,
making
everyone.
NSFW claims.
Everyone, please sit down.
Okay, say the same thing to
Calm
you.
down.
Yeah,
I'm talking.
check DM.
No, Festive, I am.
Your Honor, I'd
Everyone-
like to come to the stand. Your Honor,
Yes, you may. Sorry.
thank you. I would like to invite Festive to the stand, please.
Please behave.
Festive, you claim that the gun is unloaded. Why did you bring the gun out then?
I forgot to load said gun.
Can you please repeat that?
I had forgot to load the gun.
So you were claiming that you were going to have a loaded gun?
When did I say
You
I was
were-
going to have a loaded gun? As Sol said, the gun was
Said you
on.
forgot to load your gun, claiming that you were going to load your gun, but you have forgotten.
There are several guns inside of an AFP vehicle. I cannot.
I would like to say something. Can we imagine if the gun was unloaded? I understand that in game it has ammo, but like, can we just say that it's unloaded and it was already been bagged for evidence?
Your Honor, if he pulled out a gun and he didn't have any ammo, was his claims to threaten my client? It seems
And
that he has been trying to threaten my client with an unloaded gun and claims that it was on the safety log when we have no evidence of this.
evidence? Evidence? Can I also see this evidence? And also describe threatening.
Sal, please.
Well, you're making claims
Everyone,
that it
please,
was
can I
unloaded
say
and that it was
something?
on the safety log.
Everyone.
Why? I would like to see some
Calm.
evidence that it was on the safety log, please.
Wasn't it, like I said, was bagged for evidence and was given to what the isn't it always
Theref-
supposed to be clear why you give it
Therefore,
back?
you-
Because I mean why is there a yellow
Can you please,
puddle? Yo, there's yellow puddle. Yo, why is it wet?
Stop.
oh my.
Everyone,
Why is
please
it wet?
sit down.
Samir, can you please keep it professional in here?
Yo, why is it wet? Bro, I gotta change my pants.
Hey, just
Or my shoes.
Just sit down. Ignore it.
I agree, Samir, but there's no need for you to rip your pants.
Sal, please sit down.
The gun wasn't even shown. What?
Your Honor, I am not sitting near a pea puddle.
Can you like
Can
actually?
we
Sit down, please.
bro, there's a puddle.
As I was saying, Festive, if your gun was on the safety log and it was unloaded, why did you have it out? Surely you should have been checking your gun before you went inside the building.
Objection, Your Honor. I requested Mr. Festive to bring it out, and you accepted it.
Excuse me?
I said, oh,
What
shucks.
do you mean?
Is my mic on?
Did he accept that?
I said that I requested from Miss Maya, or Your Honor, to bring out a gun and give it to Festive for evidence purposes. You, didn't you
I lost
accept
connection,
that
hold on.
request?
I lost connection, sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
I'd like all the statements to please be held. And Festive, can you please sit down?
I just TP'd you guys once I get there.
I would like to have
Alright.
a 2-minute silence. No one talking, no one peeing, no one holding guns out. Please be mature. As another reminder, are being recorded. Please mature up. Settle down for a moment. I've got evidence that I need. I've got evidence that I need to review. Yes, both. Okay, please. All be silent.
Your Honor, must I sit?
May sit.
Your Honor, Mr. Samir is yelling out like a child inside of the courtroom.
Your Honor, Festive was just sulking about a incident that my client had before when he was shocked about guns. So, Festive, please stop talking. Thank you. I may have one last statement, as Festive did not make a clear answer before I got disconnected.
Nothing?
Your Honor.
Hang up. Wakey. Wake up.
Mayor, you are muted currently.
Hey up. You're literally muted.
Sucks. I was talking the whole time.
What?
Your Honor, may I make my last statement?
May.
Thank you. Alright, so I'd like to invite Festive again, as I was disconnected before. Festive, at the time of the incident, you claimed that it was unloaded and that you claimed it was on a safety lock. If it was on both, then how come you had pulled out the weapon? Surely you should have checked before that the weapon was loaded and ready. Therefore, you should have only been using your weapon to threaten my client due to the fact that it was unloaded.
There's only several clips in. There's only several magazines inside of said car. You can ask any one of my superiors,
And you-
aka High Cop,
And you
about this statement. There are several clips.
and you claimed that it was
Several
unloaded.
I had to go back
How
to the
come you just
station and
claimed
get
it
more
was unloaded?
magazines. I was called to that before I could.
So you're claiming that on the scene your weapon was loaded or unloaded?
It was unloaded due to the fact I had no more magazines left, and my other guns were unloaded. because I had no bullets left.
Shouldn't you have been
I did not
reloading your gun
realize until
to
after the
another
said
scene?
scene my gun was unloaded.
Therefore, you should have been checking your gun before you arrived at the scene. Almost every AFP officer knows that, and as a new recruit, I know that myself. So therefore, how come you arrived at the scene with a large gun in your hand, pointed at my client Samir, and claimed that it was unloaded?
I have it off the floor, Samir. May I?
Yes.
I give him 2,500 just to stop this damn case. It's honestly taken way too long.
Oh, I think we know the problem.
You dare try to blame me.
Samir, do not close this
Yes,
case. We are winning.
I'm not going to close this case. The only person that is allowed to close this case, I'd say, follow
There,
people
did you not hear what I said?
Say it again, sorry.
Festive, my client and I have come up with a decision that we will not be closing this case. I'd like you to answer the question in full detail as why your gun was unloaded and you had it out. You should have been checking your gun before you arrived at the scene,
I've already
and while you were
explained
at
to
the
you.
scene, you should not have been pointing the gun at my
I have
client,
already
as
explained
therefore
to
it is
you
a
the
threat as he was
situation.
in cuffs.
And you refuse to take said answer.
Festive,
It's
answer
not my
the
fault that you
question.
What?
Festive, you have not given a clear answer.
Answer
You've been
the
claiming I have
question.
7 mags.
Did you say 7? Or several?
You just said you had 7 clips, mate.
No, I said I have several, not 7.
I have several clips that all
Are you
should
trying
be
to test my...
sent to me. Everyone that has evidence or is a
This dude is really
witness.
trying to test my grammar midway through.
Ladder,
Oh my
can I
days.
please say something?
Sure.
Whoever has any proof of anything happening with Festive or Samir, please just send it to me and I will review it. Not just saying, oh, I've got several clips and not sending it to me.
Your Honor, if I may as well, throughout this evening, currently speaking at my time, Festive has only made irrelevant statements.
One last thing. How could Mr. Samir record if he was inside of cuffs?
You never know, you could have a secret camera.
The camera clearly shows a third-person view, not a first-person view. How could he have a secret camera? And did Mr. Rice not say that Samir was
First objection is the
searched?
objection. Festive,
Did I
there's an
not say
objection.
what?
Festive, there's an objection. Yes, exactly. Security cameras. There were security cameras. There's always security cameras through the jail place.
If you were to check the jail, there is actually no security cameras at said location.
And how did that video appear?
Mr. Samir would have not likely been there. Mr. Samir was not searched correctly in this case. I said QPS
Objection
officers.
irrelevant. Where's the evidence?
How could someone
If
record if they were searched?
if you're going to say something that isn't relevant to this case, don't have any evidence of this happening, I would please nicely ask you to sit down and not speak another word.
I was asked to come up here. No, I was not voluntarily.
And guess who's telling you to sit down? The judge. So sit down.
Exactly why I said I cannot fucking attend. But you blatantly ignored me. This is not my fault, this is yours.
How is this my fault? I
I
asked.
fucking told you I could not attend. And you blatantly ignored. So
Why
it's
are
your
you
fault, not
attending
mine.
now if you couldn't attend?
I was fucking forced to.
Hey, bed and firm, please calm down. Please calm down. Please. Back to your spots. I also have... Yeah, never mind, it's fine.
Your Honor, if I may, I think Festive is getting a little bit antsy tonight, and I think he's getting a bit
Festive,
aggressive to everyone in this courtroom.
I know. Listen, Festive, I know that you want to get out of this case. You want in this case. This case is to you. So,
Mr.
anyone
Your
else have
Honor,
any statements before I have a good
Your
chat
Honor,
with a
I'd
couple
like to make
people?
my final statement tonight.
Okay.
My
Festive, shut up. Right,
Didn't fucking say anything.
whoa, what's your language, sir? Your Honor, if I
Anyone, please stop.
my final statement is the reason of this court case is Samir is suing Festive for inappropriate use of gun tonight. He has claimed that he has an unloaded weapon at the scene, so therefore he should not have been using his weapon. And it was a threat or a claim to show to disrupt and scare Samir. He was in cuffs and searched appropriately and found not armed. And he has not been found a threat. I would like to rest my case on saying that Fev is guilty. He should be found guilty as he was threatening Samir as he had no weapon on him and Festive's gun was unloaded, so therefore how could it be used of purpose unless it was threatening? Thank you, I rest my case tonight. Have a good evening, or have a good morning, or whatever time zone you are. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being for all these lovely statements and for being so calm and patient with me. I would like whoever would like to talk about who's guilty or not guilty to please go into Civ 1.
Right. I've just been flying in free cam.
Okay, so is he guilty or not guilty? I'd also like to say on my behalf, I was being very disrespected to. And he just made it worse for himself.
I'd say he's
Yes,
guilty.
yes, I'll say guilty for misconduct on
Yep,
duty.
guilty for misconduct. What about the punishment?
And probably
I'd say take his
yeah, he's
rifle,
gonna
sir,
go
too.
to jail tonight. He's gonna go to jail tonight. So much evidence.
Yes, no, just get it signed. Get his rifle and take him away.
Okay, so that's uh, I reckon like a year, maybe 2 months of jail time,
2 months seems a bit excessive.
maybe a week.
Yes.
It's community service. Oh my god, this
Yeah,
is
imagine festive community service.
He's gonna
community
swear all the
services, and also probably getting his rifle certification taken away.
Yes.
Rifle, what's the rifle license taken off? Okay, would that be it? So I've got 5,000 of What's a compensation?
$5,000 compensation and
2 months
rifle
community
certification taken
service.
away and 2 months
2
of community service.
Good.
I need to pee.
Congratulations.
Hey, where did Festive go? He did. Uh,
Your Honor, if I may if I may say something, Festive got impatient and he was arrogant and decided to leave. He said he did not have time for this and he found it stupid.
yes, as someone will be DMing his consequences. Okay, that's
Alright.
okay. So as regarding Festive, he is guilty of misconduct on duty,
There's an officer pulling me over.
excessive use of force, and excessively using his weapon. The charges for this will be $5,000 compensation, months community service, and his rifle license taken off him. That will take a bit of time.
Thank you, Your Honor, for taking off his rifle certification. It means a lot. Thank you
So
for
the
making sure that
disrespect
it doesn't happen to other people.
disrespect towards me that has happened with Festive is something that I despise, something that I hate.
He was
Please.
also pointing guns in the courtroom, and he also got a bit feisty with you, Your Honor.
As Sal at one point did have a point.
Sal did, but
Sal had
Festive
one point.
did not need to have guns.
The Sal had one point that I thought. And you are holding out okay. Fern, do you have a rifle? The rifle that he had? Have it on you?
The M4A1.
Can you put it out and press F like you're just holstering it? Not yet. Sorry. So as you can see, if someone is holstering this, it should be on safety, not with safety off. As yes, it does look like they're pointing it. It's not pointing directly at them. In a way, he shouldn't be holding out his gun. As you can put it away now, thank you. He shouldn't be holding out his gun as the other officers had a taser. So, thank you for everyone that attended. I'd like to say thank you very much, Frozen, for coming. It's amazing that you showed up. And this court is adjourned. Thank you for coming. Have
Thank
an
you, Your
amazing day.
Honor. Samir, I hope you feel
Dang, as
good
soon as I
soon.
turn up.